So hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. As you see by today's title, we're going to talk about things I would tell my 20-year-old self. This video is a little bit sensitive because I'm going back in time, in my head at least, talking to my younger self, things I wish I knew, things I wish someone had sat me down when I was 20, 21, 22, and to be honest with you, even mid last 20s, I wish someone had sat me down and told me a lot of things. I feel like my life would have been a lot different, but regardless, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for all the lessons. I'm grateful for all the ups and downs. But if I had a video like this when I was 20 or 21 or 26 or even 27, I would have definitely made better choices. And I just hope this video brings you that level of understanding on what you're going through or the phase you are currently in life. Without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So while we talk about today's topic, I'm going to be installing a wig from westkiss Hair. They sent over a very interesting wig. I've had a wig similar to this one. It was the pre-braided wig, but that one was straight. This one is curly, and that's the reason why I'm so excited for this install. This is how the wig comes. I saw that everything is pre-done. So it's pre-cut, it's pre-bleached, it is pre-braided, it is pre-customized, it's pre-everything. So we're going to be installing it straight out of the bag. I have it in the length 24. It's their HD undetectable lace. Box comes with a lot of goodies as per usual. A bonnet, wig cap, edge band, which we're going to use right now. This is the wig pre-done, pre-styled. Even the baby hairs is already done for you. So if you always struggle with your baby hairs, this is the perfect wig for you. If you struggle with customizing your wig yourself, I'll definitely recommend this wig to you. This is how the wig comes inside with the combs and also the band to help you secure the wig for the... Do you all see this wig? This is going to be a very quick install. This is how the wig looks on my head. It looks really stunning. Like, it's amazing, okay? It is everything. Okay, so I had to quickly go ahead and lay the lace down because obviously I can't do that while I speak to you guys. I'm just going to put the band on the wig. Today's topic is things I would tell my 20-year-old self. Things that I know now that if I knew when I was 20 would have saved me a lot of troubles. I look back at my old self or like years ago and I'm like, why was I even bothering about these things? Like, why was my focus here? What I was bothering myself about when I was 20, 21, 19, 18, even 23, 25, they don't actually matter to me right now that I'm 30. My intention for making this video is really to reach out to the younger generation or anyone who is at a struggling phase of their life trying to figure things out. Maybe this can help you. I hope it can actually help you, honestly. Now, the first thing I wish I knew when I was 20 is everything is going to be okay. Stop losing sleep over uncertainties, disappointment, rejection, plans not going your way, life not being stable, things being a mess. Stop worrying about the future, okay? This is something that I wish someone had sat me down growing up or in my 20s, especially when I hit 2021, because that was when I came to Hungary by myself. That's when I was making this big life change. I struggled a lot for years, like living in Hungary, coming here by myself, trying to get my foot stable on unfamiliar grounds or familiar territory, and I had a lot of issues. It took me years for me to be stable in this country. It took me years for me to actually put myself, my head, my life together, and there were a lot of things that really bothered me then that does not even make any sense right now. You might be going through a difficult time in your life. You might be going through a phase in your life, especially when you're 20, 21. You think life is over. You think that's your story. That's where the journey ends for you. No, there's a lot more in store for you ahead. This is not necessarily for someone in their 20s, but anyone who is worrying, anxious about next steps or what life has in store for them or what to do next or just where they are in life. This is for everyone in this situation. Stop losing sleep over disappointments, rejection, someone telling you no, a door being closed in your face, because the reason why that door is closed in your face is because the better one that's about to open for you. And you need to believe that. You need to start operating on that mindset. I wish someone had told me this earlier in my life. All the drastic turns I took would have not been so. For a fact, I lost a lot of focus around my early 20s because I was so scared. I was trying to get ahead of myself. I was trying to do things sharp. I was so worried of failing. I was so worried of my future being a disaster that I tried what I shouldn't be trying. I did things that I shouldn't be doing. Don't be fast. Second thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is actually quite funny, but leave boys alone. Leave men alone. Leave men alone. And now there are two things. First thing is stop being boy crazy. Although I wasn't boy crazy, I've never been boy crazy ever in my life. I don't even know what it is, because I know that obviously growing up you get excited about male attention and stuff, but I just wasn't ever. Maybe also because I was in long-term relationships and I was more so focused on that, so I really didn't, like, you know, explore the market as such. There's a huge probability of someone in their 20s just starting to date, you know, really excited about the opposite sex, doing all these adult things. All that is going to do for you is distract you as a girl, as a human being, even as a man. You being girl crazy or boy crazy does nothing for you than distract you from what you're supposed to be doing at that time in your life. And this goes for any other thing that we do as youthful exuberance, right? Easily men can confuse you. There are a lot of things that happen when women become obsessed with men, girls become obsessed with boys. At that stage you could have, you know, unwanted pregnancies, you dealing with heartbreaks back to back that you're taking years and months in between, mourning a relationship, being mentally unstable because of men. And then when you look back, you've lost a lot of time sobbing over men when you're supposed to be living your best life, getting your career, your life together. You've lost a lot of time dealing with boys and emotions. And don't get me wrong, it is fun in your early 20s to date, explore, spread your wings, do all of these things. My point is, let that not be your main focus and priority. Don't be too lost in that. Don't be too crazy about that life, like always being in a relationship from one man to another man, back to back. You're dating, you are diverting your attention, you're losing focus, you are being distracted. And that's just the truth. Those are crucial moments and crucial times in your life. You're supposed to be taking ample time to get to know yourself, your capabilities, your strengths, all of that, your likes, your dislikes. But when you're pouring into another human being, it's hard. You're being dragged from left, right, center. It's hard for you to focus on you. The second thing in this category is, don't let the male gaze or the male attention define who you are or how beautiful or attractive you are, because at this age as well, there's this tendency for you to rely on the opposite sex or men to determine your worth, your beauty, your value, how good you are as a woman, right? Our minds are still young at this age. It's so hard to not pay attention to men and their opinions at this point. If you're able to pull yourself away from that and be like, regardless of what anybody says, I'm pretty, I know my worth, that's going to help you a lot. A lot of the things that we do, especially in our 20s, early 20s to be precise, it's because of what men have said we should do, we should look like, we should speak like, we should act like. And when you have a young mind in the early 20s, mid 20s, and sometimes even late 20s, you conform to that. You mold into that expectation of you as a girl, and that's easily your biggest downfall. Once you start molding into people's perception or people's perspective of you, people's opinions of you, then you begin to flow in that direction. You deviate completely from your path, your journey, who you are. That's why we have a lot of people in their early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, even 40s now trying to find themselves, trying to regain clarity, trying to understand who they truly are. They solely depended on people's opinions, people's advice, people's thoughts and perception, people's ways of doing things. Somebody says you have to look like this, automatically you have to look like that. Don't be boy crazy. Date, have fun, but let that not be your center. Take breaks from it. Now, the third thing I would highly recommend and tell my 20-year-old self, I'm also speaking to any of you out there that are watching me. Look, if you must date in your 20s, especially in your early 20s, date like a 20-year-old. Date like the age that you are. Stop dating like you're in your late 20s or in your early 30s. Try as much as possible to enjoy dating. Explore your likes, your dislikes when it comes to dating. This is not to say that you shouldn't date intentionally, but don't make it a life's goal to start doing that when you're 20. You're in your 20s, you're in 21, 22. Date like that. Date with ease. Enjoy your dating phase of your life. Enjoy your exploring and being single and being young phase of your life. Stop trying to fast forward into your 30s, your 40s. Now, the next thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is learn a skill. Pick up a new skill. Look for handwork. That's how we say it in Nigeria. Look for something that you can do with your hand, a craft, something that you can turn into a business because you would need it for passive income very, very soon in your life. So your early 20s is when you start to figure out what you like. I think people actually mix that up. Although for me personally, I already started doing this from a very young age. When I was in Nigeria before I moved over to Hungary, my mom would always ask me, oh, what do you want to do? What do you like? At some point she told me, since you like beauty stuff, how about you go to a beauty school? And I did. I learned like skincare and hair. At the time I did that in a salon and it was for a few months. I finished it. It was really good. That was where I had beauty and hair interest. So I've always had this mindset of having something to do. That's why when I came to Hungary, it was so easy for me to tap into different things to sustain myself and survive in a country where I didn't have family. I always had the mindset of, okay, you know what, I can't just focus on one thing. There are other things I want to do and I'm going to try and see what I can do with the capacity that I have. And I would always advise this for anyone. I don't even care if you're in your 30s, your late 20s, your 40s. If you still don't have a passion, you should pick up one today. Even if you don't want to monetize it, a passion, a side craft or interest gives you that space to be creative outside your 9 to 5 or your daily way of making money, if that makes sense, right? I have content creation that I absolutely love. Before YouTube, I did hair, I've done makeup, I've done a lot of things. You test out what you truly like and what you have passion for, what you see yourself building an empire from. Instead of focusing on that boy, focusing on that relationship, focusing on all those things, you're focusing on partying. And I'm not saying you should not party, I'm not saying you should not date, but that's not where your focus should be on a day. What I will tell you is to figure out what your interests are, where your interest lies, what your hands can do. I just took out the band from the wig and you guys, this looks amazing. It looks stunning. I'm not going to unravel this because I feel like that's going to be too much for me to put together. And for these curls, I don't think I want to ruin them because I love how big it is. I love how I did my sideburn today. I wanted to try something really different. Now, the next thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is don't be afraid to cut people off or allow people walk away from your life. I've never been a people person. I just thought to include this because I know that a lot of people struggle in this area, especially at this age, because obviously at this age is when you start to meet people, you start to create your friend group, you start to obviously date. Because when I say cut people off, I'm not just speaking about friends, I'm also speaking about partners. Like, it's okay to end a relationship that isn't serving you. It's okay to walk away from people that don't add value to your life. You should not be holding on to disrespect, lack of understanding and all these other things that people bring just because you think you might not find your person, or you think the people that you have at this present time in your life are the end all for you. It's not. Among the billions of people in the world, your own people exist and you will find them at the right time. The last thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is you still have all the time in the world to be who you want to be, who you're going to be, who God has destined you to be, ordained you to be. You need to accept every moment that you're in, accept it for what it is, make the best out of it. Every video that backs down to 20s, early 20s, things I regret, things I wish I knew sooner, I always say stop rushing. I focus so much on the negative that even the little I had in front of me, I didn't appreciate it. You look back always and you're like, I wish I did this better. I wish I was just present. I wish I just enjoyed it regardless of how I felt or what I was going through at that time. And this has been me a lot of times you need to think about life from a different perspective. Life happens for a reason, and it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And that's pretty much everything I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And in regards to my hair, it's from westkiss. Again, all the details will be linked below. You guys saw this install was easy peasy. It was so fast because I really didn't have to do anything. Honestly, what I did to this wig was just slap it on my head. It was already cut, it was already customized, put a little bit of water as you guys saw. That was it. If you're looking for an easy install wig, everyday type of wig, pre-styled for you, especially braided, go to westkiss and they will have you covered. Again, the link is down below. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and also on Instagram. All those links are also in my description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, and you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to go in. Hey, set that